Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's getting really close to Easter, and I know we should all be done doing our Easter DIYs, but I could not help it. I had to bring you at least one more, maybe two. So let's get into this craft. I am going to be using some purple hydrangea because purple is my favorite color. Um, this is Dollar Tree. Everything is Dollar Tree. If it's not, I'll tell you. And then I found early in the season these purple berry garland. So pretty. I found them at Dollar Tree, so I'll be using that. Dollar Tree came out with these butterfly die cuts, 33 count. Absolutely beautiful. I will be using that as well. One of the large Dollar Tree eggs, some Dollar Tree jute cording, and some various ribbon. Now, this ribbon is not Dollar Tree. This is Michaels and Joann Fabric. This one may be Dollar Tree. I'm not exactly sure. This I know is Joann Fabrics, and this one I know is Michaels. I will also be using my permanent black markers because my black paint markers are not writing. They're not painting. They are dried out. So I'll be using that. I'll be using my Waverly chalk paint and plaster and also my Waverly antique wax. And let's get going. You guys, my channel is still very new. I am filming from my phone. I don't have a editing app on my computer at the moment. So there's a lot of different things I want to do, but I can't do them yet. So please bear with me. And I thank you for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you have. I'm so grateful for you. This is the back of one of those huge Dollar Tree eggs. Um, if you haven't gotten your hands on them, you're not going to. It's too close to Easter and they are gone. So I was glad to get this one that I got. I got it a while back and there aren't any more at my Dollar Tree. What I did was, to save time, I didn't go through all of this with you. I took my putty knife and I scraped all of the glitter and paper off of the front. Yes, I could have flipped it over and just as easily have used the back. But look at this after you scrape it. I love this look. It already looks distressed to me. I don't have to really do any painting or anything to it. So then all I did was pull up on my phone a happy Easter image and I wrote it by hand. I don't have all the fancy newfangled stuff that everybody's using, Cricut and all of that. Eventually I will, but right now I do everything by hand. So I just drew this on. I pulled up the image on my phone. I put in Happy Easter and I pulled this up and I just copied it. I just wrote it. This keeps me from smearing it. I just wrote it by hand. I looked at my phone and I just copied it by hand. And I did a arc following the arc of the top of the egg. And I just wrote in happy. And then I took my ruler and made a line and I wrote in Easter. And I just copied it the way that I saw it on my phone. So the reason it is already written is because I'm not painting this. I think this is beautiful just as it is. So I'm going to go in with my black Sharpie and I'm just going to fill this in. That's all I'm going to do. And again, you guys, I am so grateful and so blessed, and I thank you so very much for tuning into my craft channel and just bearing with me as it grows and it gets better, and I get equipment and different things that I can do an overhead view so you guys can see directly over top of what I'm doing. That is in the works, in the plan to do, um, to be able to edit with editing software so that I can speed the videos up so you don't have to, just watch me do all this in real time. I can speed it up. That will be very nice to be able to do. So I thank you for bearing with me. It is coming. It is coming. So I'm really just going over this in a Sharpie because my black paint markers are kaput. I love, love, love crafting, you guys. Like I've told you, I craft from the heart. It's just whatever comes to mind or inspiration of things I've seen, um, Pinterest, Amazon, anything I've seen from Kirkland's or even Walmart, and things I've seen from Big Lots, anything like that that catches my eye, catches my attention, and I think that it's something that I can recreate from Dollar Tree material. That is absolutely what I love to do. So here is the word happy, and then I'm going to do Easter and fill it in. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me do that all by hand because it will probably drive you nuts. So I'll be back when I get it done. So now that I've got it all filled in, I'm just going to go back and make sure I get rid of my pencil markings. Just going to erase them. I have fallen in love with scraping the image off of these Dollar Tree signs instead of flipping them over and painting on the back, which I do still do, but I have really, really fallen in love with the way it looks when you just scrape it off. You get nicks and grooves and texture, and it really just feels old and weathered. And I go back through and I make sure I hit the ends really, the edges really hard, and I love the way this looks. So all I'm going to do now is go in with a little bit of this Waverly chalk paint and plaster, and I'm going to just dry brush it just a little bit. Not going to do much to it at all. Going in with my chip brush, just taking a little bit of paint out of the cap, and I'm just going to dry brush. See how much paint I removed over here? That I'm really just going to dry brush. And I'm going to try to stay off of the words. I don't want to cover the words that I just did. So, I mean, if you get a little bit on there, I guess it won't hurt anything, but I really don't want to cover the words. If you do get paint on the words and you decide that you don't like it, you can always go back over it with your Sharpie and cover it up. So this is what it looks like after dry brushing it with the plaster. And now I'm going to go back in with the antique and just really hit the edges with the antique. Oh, this is not the antique. This is the truffle. I don't want this one. Hold on, you guys. Let me get my... I'm glad I looked at that. I mean, I'm sure it would have been fine, but that's not the look I'm going for. Hold on. Okay. Now I have my antique. And I'm just going to really brush the edges. I want that on the edges. There. And if you feel like you got too much, you can always soften it up by going back in with the plaster. That's how it's looking. And I love it. So now that that's done, I am going to take some of this berry garland, measure out the length of the center of my egg, and I'm going to, sorry, it drives me crazy when I got stuff on my hands. I know. What kind of crafter doesn't have stuff on their hands? We always have stuff on our hands. It's just I worry that if I have paint on my hands, I'm going to touch something and get paint on my project. So I try to clean it up. Try to make sure I don't have anything on my hands that can transfer to what I'm currently doing. Anyway, I'm going to just take some of this berry garland that I've already measured out, and I'm going to put it between the word happy and Easter. Going to put it here just like that and hot glue it down. Going to hot glue it to the back. And I'm going to take a piece of ribbon and put that on there just to help keep it down. Just like that. You can use popsicle stick or anything like that that you may have. I'm using ribbon because I want it to lay flat. So you guys, I'm going to take some of my ribbon, now that I've got my berry garland glued down. I'm going to take some of this ribbon and make a bow for the top. And I'm going to use the burlap and white polka dot. And I think I'm also going to use the burlap and checker print. I like mixing patterns. So all I do is make a couple loops and then I pinch it in the middle, and that gives me a bow. I wrap it with jute twine. So that is all I'm going to do. And then let's do some of this one. And again, you guys know I love using wired ribbon because I can make it stand up the way I want to. So let's do this. I'm going to put these two together. Just like that. Then we'll give them a squeeze. And it'll make a really cute bow for the top. And we're going to put some flowers up there as well. Gonna get some jute. We're just going to tie this up. I'm debating about whether or not to make tails, but I feel like if I do, it's going to cover up the word happy. So I don't think I'm going to make tails. You guys make your bow any way that you like to make bows. I just find that this is the easiest way for me to make a bow. And it's like a no fail. It comes out really cute every single time. I don't have to fuss and fight with it. All I have to do is fluff it up and there it is. So that's why I do my bows this way. Absolutely do yours however you prefer. And then I'm going to cut some of these flowers. And we're just going to glue those underneath the bow. We're going to add our die cut butterfly. And we are going to call it done, you guys. Quick, simple, and beautiful for Easter. And we're just going to glue these right behind that bow. We'll be right back. So I wrapped 2 bunches of flowers together with jute twine because I felt like that would give me more surface area to glue them down to the egg. So that's why I did that. And then I'm going to take the bow and glue it just above the flowers. I guess I should have filled that hole in with my Dollar Tree spackle, but I didn't. We're just going to rock with it. we're going to keep it moving. We're going to rock with it the way it is. This is me just fussing with the bow. You've got to fluff it. You got to make it pretty. So you guys, this is what it looks like with the bow on it. You'll definitely get a better look at it at the end when it's hanging up. And we're going to go ahead and pick our die cast butterfly to put on it. I just love this purple. Purple is truly, truly my favorite color. There's a lot of different sizes in here. We've got these little ones like this. Then we've got these. And then these really soft purple ones. Then we've got the bigger ones. They get bigger as we go. Got these. And then this one. This one. This one. And last but not least, this one. The one that I have fallen in love with are these. So what I want to do is glue two of them together so that I can separate the wings out and make it look like it's flying off of the egg. So I'm going to take my Dollar Tree glue stick. Hopefully that will work. Paper to paper should work, but we'll see. If not, I will hot glue it. And then this is the effect that I want. I want to glue it together so that I can lift the wings up. And then we're just going to glue it at the bottom of the egg. So you guys, this is the finished product. I hope you love it. I absolutely love it. It turned out so pretty and just as I had expected it to. I love the pops of purple along with just the rustic look. And if it didn't say Happy Easter on it, I'd leave it up all year round, and I still might. So thank you guys for coming along with me. And again, please hang in with me as this channel grows and evolves and just gets better and better. I will see you guys in my next video. Until I see you and you see me, be beautiful, be blessed, be safe, and craft something beautiful today. Bye, guys.